Hey Matt, I'm going to again do the video series, if possible, for introduction of Pinson's book, Perspective on Christian Worship, introduction through chapter 2. The introduction, again, just kind of introduces what the idea of the book is going to be, which is 5 different perspectives on worship, from liturgical to traditional, contemporary, and how the emerging church is worshiping. It also gives the spectrum of worship from radical Christianity on both ends, like the Quakers, to the Orthodox, then kind of where we are in the middle. Then on to chapter 1. Get there. Chapter 1 is on liturgical worship, and it's prose, written by Timothy Quill. It just basically kind of talks about what liturgy is, service of the word, service of the table, and the differences between the different liturgies in the East, Eastern Orthodox, Western Orthodox, Roman, Catholic, stuff like that. Goes through all that, and then kind of goes through some other reasons as to why liturgy is important. In addition to showing how historical Christianity is and showing its history and its doctrine, it is also, Quill says, is important for the sake of the gospel. It restates all these traditions that are very biblical about the gospel, baptism, the Holy Spirit, God have mercy, Christ have mercy, all these kind of things. Just kind of goes through and gives some examples of that. Then liturgy is profoundly biblical, yet again. All liturgy is founded almost entirely in the Bible. It fosters reverence. Growing up in a Methodist church, I know all about reverence, just being still and it's kind of in a solemn state before God. Liturgy certainly does that, which is often a very, very good way to approach worship. It has repetition, so it's easy to remember. It's not like contemporary worship where you're having to teach new songs all the time, and people will know them and some people won't. It definitely allows people to know them and know them forever. I can still quote you the Lord's Prayer exactly how we did it in the Methodist Church, 10 years ago. It's been tested by the generations, and it's still there. So yeah, there's just a couple, there's a ton of other reasons, but they're basically all the same. We'll move on to chapter 2. Go through some of the, this is a response by the other writers to the liturgical tradition, and that is that some of the downsides of it. Altars, we're building altars which kind of separate us from God and need a mediator. It's overly ritualistic, so people will kind of get in this routine of doing it and kind of loses its meaning at times. And it can also often be really complex. And then the extemporaneous prayer, like how long they can be and how ritualistic they can be as well. So yeah, this has basically been the first 2 chapters of the book, and we'll be getting the other ones to you soon. So